Welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, we are going to be learn about the puzzle game in Java. As you can see that I just import java.awt and java.event javax.swing.j option pan libraries. Here with this class, I just extends frame and action listener. I just use frame here because I just creating the frame and then the action listener which is implements. Okay, so I just implement this action listener here because I just creating this game on the buttons. Now I just create the button B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, B8 and B9. So I just take 9 buttons here. Now puzzle as a method and then I just use super as a keyword for the title and here I just write puzzle game. Now b1 dot new button, so b1 which is equal to new button and then the value to the button is 1. Now b1 dot set and set is the boundaries here and the boundaries are 50, 100, 40 and then 40. I just copy this code for this button number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so button number 2 here, then button number 3, then 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Okay, now button number 2 here, then button number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Now on the locations of the button number 2 it's 100 and it's 100, 140, then 150 and 100 on the button number 3. Now button number 4 is 50 and 150, then button number 5 is 100 and 150, so I just make this 100. Then button number 6 is the location of 150 and 100 and this is 100 and 150. And then button number 7 is 200. Button number 8 here is 200 and 100, and then button number 5 is 150x 200. Okay, now I just add the action listener here. So b1 dot add action listener and action listener is this. I just copy this action listener and paste for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is for button number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is for 9 buttons. Now I just add these button one by one. And this is the puzzle game, so I just leave one string here. Okay. Now I just add these buttons. So add and the B1, then add which is B2, and here I just copy this B3, B4, B5, B6, 7, 8, 9, and here 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, sorry, 4, 7, and 8, 9. Okay, so I just add 9 buttons here. Now set the size, and size here is 400x 400. This is our frame size. Now I just set the layout. So the layout here is null. Then set visible, and the visible here is true. Okay, now I just go to the main method. So this is set. Here I just go to the main method. Public, sorry, not the main method right now. We just go to the public void and action performed method. So action event, which is the exception E. Now here I just use if condition. So E, this variable E dot get source, and get source which is equal to B1. Okay, means the button 1, so which is equal to the button number 1. So the output here is string label, which is equal to B1 dot get label. Okay, now if B2 dot get label dot equals to empty string. Okay, and then I just add B2 dot set label, and the label is label here. Okay, and the B1 dot set label, so the label is empty. Now I just set the label for B4. So B4 dot get label, and the label dot equals, and the equals here is the empty string. Okay, and then I just write B4 dot set label, so label is the label here. Now B1 dot set label, and the label is the empty string here. Now if E dot get source, which is equal to B2, and string label, which is equal to B2 dot get label, and if B1 dot get label dot equals, which is empty string, B1 dot set label, and the label here is label, and yes, it's label. And now B2 dot set label, so this label is empty string. Now if if b3 dot get label and it is equals to empty string, and then b3 dot set labels, and the label here is label. So b2 dot set labels for that one is empty string. Okay, now if b5 dot get label and label dot equals is same like the empty string, and it is empty string, and then I write, and here I write b3 dot set label, and this is label. So b2 dot set label is empty string. Now after this labels I write if e dot get source, which is equal to button number 3. So when it gets the source from the button number 3, so here I write a string label which is equal to b3 dot get label, and if b2 dot get label dot equals, sorry, here dot equals, and the equals is the empty string here, and then b2 dot get label, sorry, here I just set the label, b2 dot set label, and the label here is label. Okay, and then I write b3 dot set label is the empty string. Okay, and here it's a single bracket. So I just create b3 dot set label, and then afterwards I just copy this if, and here as define for b6, and b6 which is the equal to empty string, and then it is b6 and this is b3. Now here I just copy the source. So if source e and get which is equal to b4, and then it's a label number 4, and here I just define for b1 dot get label which is equal to empty string, and then b1, and here I just write b4. Now I just copy this code, and then I just write for if condition. So if, here I just write label number 5, label number 5, and then set for the label number 4. Okay, now I just copy this source and this one, and here I just write if source and which is equal to button number 5. So string the label is button number 5 and it will get the label, and then label number 2, label number 2, and label number 5. And here I just write for the label number 6, label number 6, and then here for the label number 5 we just set the label. Okay, now here I just write after this label number 6, so I just copy this if, and then I just write if it is for label number 4, so get the label which is equal get the label and equal to the empty string, and then it is for label number 4. Afterwards I just write if button number 8 dot set label and button number 8, and then set the label number 5. Now get the source, and here I just write get source for the button number 6. So button number 6 here, button number 6, and then if the button number 9, and then the button number 9, and here I just write button number 6. Okay, now I just copy this, and here if conditions for the button number 3, 3, and the button number 6 here. Now the same if conditions for the button number 5 as well. So button number 5, button number 5, and here is write 6. Now I just get the source again for the button number 7, and this is button number 7, button number 7, and here I just write for button number 4, 4, and I just set this for button number 7. Okay, now I just copy this if, and if for the button number 8, so 8 and the 8 here, and then this is 7. So I just copy the source file again, and here our source is for button number 8. This is button number 8, and here the button number 8, and then the 7. Okay, sorry, button number 8, so that will be the, if I get this for button number 8, so label is also button number 8, and if conditions for the button number 9, and then this is the button number 8. Now here I just copy this, and for button number 5, button number 5, and then button number 8. Okay, now here I just write the source again, and then it is for button number 9, button number 9, and here I just write button number 6, 6, and then button number 9. Now this button for this is statement for the button number 8, and the button number 8 here, and then it will set the label of the button number 9. Now I just write if for codes means congratulations code, so b1 dot get label, the label is equals to the 1. Okay, and then here I just write and b2 dot get label, and label dot equals to 2. Okay, so I just copy this one for the button number 3, then button number 4, button number 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we have the button number 2 here. Then I just write button number 3, and this is for button number 3. This is for button number 4. This is for button number 5, and this is for button number 6. This is for button number 7. This is for button number 8, and at the last for button number 9. So we just get these buttons, and now after these buttons I just write means for button number 9 I just leave it the empty string. Okay, so after that I just write j option pan dot show message dialog, and the message dialog is this, and then congratulations, you won the game. And here I just define the main method, so public static void main, strings and arguments. Now new puzzle, and I just create the method. So here it's label, and L is capital here, capital L, and for the label number 9 it's label, and done it. So here you can see I just create a puzzle class which is extend jframe, and it is on action listener which is implements. 9 takes 9 button, and that set the title. Here I just create the method. Now I just create new buttons, all the buttons, and set the positions of the buttons. Now b1 action listener, and this means I just set action on the listener. Then I just add these 9 buttons, set the frame size and layout, and it is means this frame is visible. Now you can see I just create public void action perform, and here action perform listener means it is work take as a variable 9. Now if e dot get from the source number 1, then string b1 dot get the label. Okay, we just get the label. Then if b2 dot get the label, and which is equal to empty string, so b2 will set the label here, and then the variable of this is label. Okay, and b1 dot set label. So we just create all the buttons like same positions, and then we just get the source from all the button and set congratulations you win on the j option pin show message dialog. At the last we just set the public static void main means as a main method, and then create a new puzzle. Now I just run this code and see the output, and you can see here, and yes, this is the puzzle game. You can see select 1, 2 and 7. You can see 7, 4, 5, 2, 3 and 6. You can see here. So puzzle is moving. So this is a simple puzzle game in Java core. What we studied about that in last lectures, like on the basis on Java GUI and Swing library. Thanks for watching this lecture.